Well, let's go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Chris Flood. I'm the Business Reference Librarian here at St. Charles Public Library. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm very happy to have Marie Galvin here, and I will tell you a little bit more about her in a minute, but I'm just going to share a few slides. Okay, so Marie is going to be speaking on best practices for managing your Meta Business Suite. This program will be recorded and available on the library's YouTube channel at some point next week. Please submit any questions you have via chat tonight. And also tonight at the end of the program, you should see a survey pop up. We love to get feedback and also find out what you'd like to see at the library in the future. So please don't be shy, let us know your thoughts. In case you're interested in any other library programs, of course, I have to mention anything else the library is doing. You can go to our website at scpld.org for other programs. Two that I thought were interesting that are coming up shortly. There's one called the Supremes of Justice, and it's all about the women of the Supreme Court. That program will be here in person at the library Tuesday, April 18th. Then we're also having another in-person program, and this is on Wednesday, May 31st. And it is an introduction to Canva, the free online design tool. If you're not familiar with Canva, and if you do any of your own, or if you're involved with marketing for your business or someone else's social media marketing, Canva is a great thing. So you do need a St. Charles Library card, though, to register for this program. And last I checked, there were spots available. And if you're interested in this or any other program, as I mentioned, you can go to scpld.org. And if you want to review our current newsletter, you go to Programs and Events, and you can choose the Discover Your Library newsletter. And then if you'd like to register, you just select Calendar, and then you can register, for example, for the Canva program. But as always, if you have any questions, please don't be shy. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. Every hour that the library is open, we have someone at the reference desk. So you can walk in, we'll get you registered, call, email, chat, text. Just let us know. So now for tonight's program, Marie Galvin. I will get out of this. And that. Marie is a digital marketing specialist for College of DuPage. And what I really like about her background is not only does she have 2 master's degrees, she has been involved with marketing and social media for over 10 years now. Frequently, I think you get someone who's just been in the business environment or has been an ivory tower academic, and Marie has brought those both together. So I'm very happy to be having her join us tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Marie. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm going to go ahead and get this started. So again, a little bit about myself. As Chris said, my name is Marie Galvin. I'm currently the digital marketing specialist at College of DuPage. In my role currently, I do everything from text messages to emails, to our lead generation, to all of our socials. So Google Ads, Facebook, a lot of the page stuff. Previously, before College of DuPage, I worked in the sports industry, and I've also worked in publishing. So I've seen a wide array of different companies and different ways organizations do it. Today, we're really going to talk about managing your Meta Business Suite. And you might hear me say Facebook Business Suite. As most of you probably know Facebook changed their name to Meta because they were acquiring so many different companies. So if you hear me say Facebook Business Suite, I really mean Meta Business Suite. So the way that we're going to do it tonight is I have a few slides to talk about, and then I'll show you the platform, walk through the platform, and then I really want to open it up and have a discussion. Any questions that you might have, please ask. There's no stupid questions by any means. So I look forward to having a conversation afterwards. So if we go ahead and jump right in. So when we go into Facebook, you'll notice as a business, there's 3 different types of business accounts you can have. So you could have a business suite. You can use Business Suite to manage everything. We have Business Manager and we have a business page. They're all so similar that I figured we'd initially go through them and kind of talk about what they are so we're all on the same page. So Business Suite is what we'll be talking about tonight. And Business Suite really allows us to manage all of our Facebook and Instagram accounts, including our ads, our posts, our messaging, all in one place. And it's a great tool. It's a strong tool, and it makes it very simple for us. Business Manager is very similar to Business Suite. However, it looks at the paid side of marketing. So this is where you can create your campaign, your ad sets, and where you're really doing more paid. And I'll go into more information about this later and why the difference between the two and when it's beneficial to use each one. But just when you think of Business Manager, think of your paid ads. And then we have our business page. And this is really your profile page for your business, for your organization. In order to use Business Suite, the very first thing that you do need to set up is your business page if you don't already have one. You won't be able to get into Business Suite without a business page, and I'll go through the steps on how to set a business page up and then get into Business Suite. The next thing that you do really want to set up is your Business Manager. Your Business Manager, again, is for all your paid ads. However, it's going to ask you to verify your company information, add a credit card to everything in case you decide to boost an ad or do a paid advertisement. And then once all that's set up, we can really then jump into Business Suite and use all of the tools that it allows us on one platform. Before we get into Business Suite, we did, as I mentioned, it does take Facebook and Instagram and puts them together into one area that you can do it. However, there's always this question, should I be on both? And I kind of want to steer everything away and say, no, you should not be on both. If your audience is on Instagram or on a different platform, then yes, be there. For example, when College DuPage tries to connect with our traditional students, they're 18 to 25-year-olds. They are on Instagram. We need to be on Instagram in order to connect with them. However, if we were just targeting parents or just targeting adult students, Instagram wouldn't be the first platform that we would be on. We would make sure that we would be on Facebook, do it well, and then move on to the next platform, which coincides with where's our demographic located. And then what's our overall plan? Is the plan to meet them along the way with every life cycle? Is it a short-term plan? I have this event, I need to push it out. What should I do? We really want to ask ourselves these different things before we jump into all the platforms. However, assuming that Facebook and Instagram is what you use, and those are the two platforms that work well for you, Business Suite is a very powerful platform that I definitely recommend using. It allows you to create a to-do list of all your notifications. So anytime you get a message or a comment on an Instagram post or a Facebook post, it tells you right at the very top. And I'll show you what I mean when we jump into Business Suite, but it allows us to see what we need to do the minute we log in. We can check our insights on performance and our audience growth. If you're like me, I report up to my boss, the director of marketing, and she wants to know how are our social media, how's it growing? How many people are we reaching when we do a paid ad? And the nice part about Meta Business Suite, it's all right there. It's no longer having to worry about going to different platforms. You can create and see recent posts and stories. Again, with this, it really takes away from having to go to Facebook and create our posts, go to Instagram, create our posts. Unfortunately, those are the only two platforms that Meta Business Suite uses right now. But in the future, if they add WhatsApp or Snapchat, you'll be able to do that all in one area. A great example of this is our STEM coordinator went on maternity leave in December. So she scheduled all of her posts from December to March. They were done. We didn't have to worry about it. We were good to go. You can also create and manage your ads. And again, this is looking on your paid side of things. So this is boosting your ad. You can do a paid campaign. I do recommend using Business Manager for that, and I'll explain why a little later, but it still can be done in Business Suite. And again, it makes it very simple. You can see your content calendar, especially when you have more than one person in the platform. I'm able to see what my colleagues are doing or what they're posting, so we're not doing the same thing. And then, as I mentioned before, we're able to communicate with people who message us directly on Facebook, on Instagram, any comments, anytime they tag us, we're able to see it. So it is very nice to have it all in one location. So we talked a lot about posts, and I do just want to do a quick breakdown on the different types of posts, just so we're all on the same page when we eventually get into the actual platform. So there's 3 different types of posts that Facebook allows us to do that also coincide with Instagram. So we have our organic posts, our boosted posts, and our paid ads. Our organic post is anything we post on Facebook that we're not putting money behind. So anytime we post a photo, we share someone else's content, we share a link. Anytime we're putting no money behind something and we're just posting to post, that's your organic post. And we use these organic posts to really define the personality and voice of our business. We use it to build our relationship by sharing information as well as entertaining our audience. We want them to keep going and keep coming back. A recent study said you have 3 seconds to get their attention when they see you on your newsfeed. As soon as you get that attention, you have another 5 seconds for them to take action. So within 8 seconds, we want to get those people to notice our business. We're there to engage with our customers at every stage of their journey. For College Edu page, we promote our different open houses for admissions. So tonight actually is one of our open houses. So we're trying to get those prospective students to come in, target our parents, and see what College Edu page is all about. And as they finish their application and they're getting ready to start classes, we're now promoting fall registration. Fall registration is open. Get the classes that you want. We're here for you. Do you need an academic advisor? We're following them along the way, and it's easy to do when you post organically. And then we're able to support our audience and our customers via customer service. Again, that direct messenger. Really, within 24 hours, you should be getting back to everyone who contacts you. And it's a nice, quick way that people are able to reach out to you instead of calling or using email. The next type of post we have is a boosted post. And this is really putting money behind your organic post on your timeline. And the goal is to really increase the number of people seeing it. With a boosted post, we use them because we're trying to increase the visibility of our business or the posts. A great example of this is we have Kate the Chemist coming to our STEMCon event. While we're not trying to boost our STEM program, we're trying to boost the event. So some of our posts that we talk about her in, we'll put money behind to get a wider range of audience. It's the easiest form of paid advertisement, and I'll show you via Business Suite why it's so simple and how, but usually you'll see it on your post. It's that blue button that says boost. You can quickly put everything in and you're done. And then you're able to expand your reach from your current audience. A lot of the times we get the question, I know you boosted my post, but I can't see it. You're not going to see it if you're a current audience member. You're going to see the organic post, but you're not going to see the ad because we're reaching outside of that current audience. We want to expand. And then the final type of posts are paid ads. And they're very similar to boosted posts. Again, I really like using Ad Manager for it. It can be done in Business Suite, but it allows us to have more specialized customization when it comes to our ads. So we're able to customize our audience a lot more. We're able to target a lot more in terms of interest, demographics. For example, if I'm doing a STEMCon post, I would target high school students and parents of elementary school students and middle school students, people who are interested in math, science, engineering, or technology. I would want them in a 25-mile circumference because anywhere further than that, you probably aren't going to drive into COD to come see the event. But with that, I can do all that through paid advertisement. I can get that granular when it comes to defining my audience. There's also a wide variety of goals and objectives that we're allowed to see. Anywhere from getting more views on a website page to getting more leads and converting people over to be customers. Each goal is very different when it comes to a paid ad, and you're able to define that goal, and Facebook is able to help you by allowing a variety of pictures, descriptions, headlines, and using its own algorithms to really help you meet that goal. So Business Suite, how do we get started with this? Well, the first thing that we need to do is we need to create a business account. You can have multiple pages and accounts within this business account, but you need overall one business account. You're going to need to fill in your contact information if you don't already have this business account. Again, Facebook is going to do its due diligence. It's going to figure out if you're a legit company. It's going to check your website, call probably the phone number that you put in to verify that it's really a company. But just to ensure that you're not misleading your audience. You're going to select your Facebook and Instagram accounts. Again, if you have one business page, Facebook will automatically pull that in. You can then add your Instagram account. If you are like College Educate and have multiple business pages, you're able to connect them all together. And I'll show you what I mean as we get into the actual platform. You're going to add people to your business account. So think about who you would want as your admin. They allow different tiers. So you can have an admin, you can have a content creator, and you could have an editor, or you could have someone where they could just view. One of the biggest recommendations I can make is make sure you are an admin on that business account. We see a lot of times at College Educate, there's turnover with the account. And if there's turnover, they don't always add the next person who's replacing them or their boss. If the person leaves and you are not able to get access to that page or that business account, you have to start all over again. And no one wants to do that. And then the last thing is to really dig into your Business Suite. account and your business account and see what can you be doing better. What statistics are there that are telling you, hey, maybe, these posts are working better when I use a video versus these posts where I'm just using a static image. So really start to dive into that and review it and see how you can make your Facebook and your Instagram work better for you. So that is kind of what I initially had in terms of the PowerPoint part, but I really did want to dive in and show you firsthand Meta Business Suite, because I think that's really important for you to see. So currently I am on College DuPage's Business Suite. As you will see when I talk about the business account, we have the generic College DuPage business account. And then within College DuPage, we have a variety of different business pages. A lot of our different divisions or departments have their own pages. We do require that myself and my colleague are admins on all those pages, which is why it's also showing up on Business Suite. I have already selected our generic College of DuPage business page, so I'm going to go ahead and use that as the example for this. Up on top, you'll see the name, the option to create a post. You'll also see the option to create an ad, along with you can create your stories, you can go live, you can post a video across both of your pages, your Instagram and your Facebook pages. So it's a very quick thing. When you click create post, it's going to take you, and forgive my internet, it's a little slow today, but it's going to show you, one second, there. It's going to show you your different options. So you can choose a post that is only for college, so for us, only our Facebook page. You can also decide, you know what, I only want to post on Instagram, or I really want to post on both. And you can click both. And so it'll post on both Instagram and Facebook. So you can add your media, then you can add your photo, add your video, use a template. Might have, nope. And then as you go down further, you can then decide if you want to use one post for both Facebook and Instagram, or if you want to customize them, one for Instagram, one for Facebook. I recommend, especially if you have different demographics for each, switching up your wording for Facebook and Instagram, predominantly because how you would talk to somebody on Instagram can be very different to how you would talk to somebody on Facebook. For example, College of DuPage, our traditional students, our 18 to 25-year-olds are on Instagram. So when we post something on Instagram, we're more so talking their lingo. We're talking how kids talk these days. Where on Facebook, we're really targeting the parents of these kids. So it's not necessarily talking to them. We're still talking to them, but we're talking to them about their children. Where Instagram, we're talking to the actual students. As you go down, and again, so if we did, so this was our post, and for the sake of this, I'm just going to use the same post for both. As I toggle between both of them, you'll see that my preview also does that. As we go down, we have the option of publishing it now. We can schedule it for later, or if it's something, you know what, I'm ready for this post, but I don't have the imagery that I want. I was really hoping for something different. I can save it as a draft and then come back to it later. Again, at the very bottom, you'll be able to decide if you want to boost this post or not. Once you publish it, then all of the information for your boosted post will come up. You'll be able to choose for how much, how long, the demographic that you want to hit, and then ultimately the payment type that you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this, just so we don't post anything on COD's page. As I mentioned, the trends are right at the very top of the page. So here we're able to see how many messages came in, how many audience, what our audience looks like, how many likes we have. It's going a little too fast for this. On Instagram, how many followers we have. And then what is our reach been in the last 28 days? Have we increased our reach? Have we decreased? And there's times that we'll look at this and it's decreased. We're in the red. And that might be because we're not posting content people want to see. Again, as I mentioned, we have that to-do list. So these are all of the messages that we have received. Some of them you'll see that they either have not been replied to yet, or they have been replied to. And normally it just depends on the nature of it. You'll see that this person was already contacted back. And if you click in on it, it'll take you to an actual page where you can then toggle between all of them, and you can answer. Also, you have all your comments below. So anytime somebody comments on Facebook or Instagram, they'll be down here. And then if you have your leads set up, which we do, we have it set up to go into another system for us, but all of our leads will then show up here. And we do have a specific form that they fill out. As we continue our way down Business Suite, we will see all of the posts that we have. Here is another way to boost your content. So, for example, we have a new CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant program that we're trying to get more people to take. So if we were going to do this, we would keep our learn more. And again, this will pop up once you publish and create that post. Our destination is still the website. Our audience is going to be people who we choose through targeting. So let's see. And we're going to go ahead and edit that because we really want people who are near DuPage County. And then somehow Facebook keeps putting these in, but we're going to edit this and we're going to say that we really want to hit people because it's our certified nursing program. We want people who have an interest in healthcare, nursing, and then we want, we'll start with that. So we'll keep it at that. They will give you some suggestions. However, they sometimes work, sometimes don't work. So then we'll save our audience. And then we're going to run this we'll run it for 2 weeks or until we get close to the program. So it starts on May 11th, so we'll end at May 10th. The time will go until 11:59 p.m. And then, start date would be today. My fault. Let's see, we'll say 8 p.m. and we'll end it on May 10th because they do have to be registered, and then we are going to boost it for $200. We are going to have it also go on Instagram and in Messenger, and then we'll use this as our card. And then all you're going to do is click schedule and it's done. You boosted your ad via Business Suite. You'll get an email notification from Facebook saying it's either been approved or it's not been approved, and what you can do if it has not been approved. Again, you'll see here both of our Instagram and our Facebook links, or both of our Facebook and Instagram posts are showing up, excuse me. You'll be able to tell via the icon. Even if we have a very similar post, it'll post it twice so that we know that it went on Facebook and it went on Instagram. You'll also be able to tell as you go down our most recent ads. A lot of these are boosts that we've put some money towards. We have run certain campaigns, and I will say that when you go to your manage ads, it'll bring them all up, it'll bring in the insights, so you can really determine what works well for you. You'll see that our engagements and our post engagements have increased. We have been doing a lot more paid ads just because we're getting closer to summer semester. We have a lot more events happening on campus, and fall registration has also started. So all of those ads are also being pulled into this. And then again, for example, you'll see that this was a boosted Facebook post. It's active currently. It ends tonight. And I know that because I did it. It's not showing me there, but if I clicked in, it would. And then it's showing me more of our demographics. It's showing me our breakdown of who's seeing these posts and where are they seeing it predominantly at. A lot of people are seeing it on their mobile news feed. So when I create my post, I have to make sure that things are enticing. If we go ahead and go back home. So then on the left-hand side, you'll see again, it's more places just to click. Your notifications, again, that's anyone who's mentioned you, who's sent you a message, anything like that. Your inbox, again, they kind of overlap each other. Your inbox is though solely going to be comments and direct messages from Instagram and Facebook. Our content is going to show the different posts that we have, and it's going to show the ones that have been published. You can go in and look at if you have any scheduled, which we don't. A lot of the reason it's not showing up for College Edu pages because we do use Sprout Social, mainly because it has all of our platforms in one spot. But if we had posts scheduled, they would all show up here. If we saved that draft from before, it would show up under drafts. So these are always, it's always helpful to see what you have done, what is coming up. On top of that, we do have a planner tool. I like the planner tool a lot because it goes by a calendar view. So you'll see that in this calendar view, everything that we posted. So I'll go back to last week and it'll show you everything that was posted. If we ended up archiving anything afterwards, after 24 hours, predominantly on Instagram, we'll archive a lot because we don't necessarily need it on our profile, but it'll show everything that's happening. Again, we'll see the ads that we have running, mainly boosted ads will be seen here. You can, sorry about my internet, everyone. You will be able to see if a paid ad shows up. It'll show you there, show you the information there. For the most part, you'll see all of the boosted ads Again, you can do an ad summary, or you can look at all your ads individually and go through them one by one. So here it is one by one, and you'll see up here is our boosted ad that's currently in review. So as soon as Facebook it goes through its whole process and accepts it, it'll then be turned into active. Here is where you'll see are the different insights of the page. You'll see a weekly review, which is really nice, especially if you have to report on it. It's a very quick tool to grab all the information, where you can go in and see all of the different insights that we have. Right now, it's rolling a 28-day rolling date range. You can go back and say, you can edit it and say, I really want to see what happened last month. As you see, our Facebook reach increased, our Instagram reach increased, but our paid reach decreased. And it was predominantly because we didn't really do much paid last March, or this past March. You'll be able to see how many posts you did in that month, how many stories. And then again, it breaks down by different audience types, different demographics, our age, our gender. Again, on Facebook, it's 25 to 34, where you're still high on on Facebook. I'm sorry, you're seeing 25 to 34. Instagram, much time between 18 to 34. So that really tells us, okay, where do we need to look at our social media plan and reevaluate? Started, we do get a lot of spam at COD, so not all of our messages do get answered, depending on what it is. And then when you click on all tools, it gives you a variety of things that you use via Business Suite. And again, for a lot of these, COD doesn't have up or services. If you sell something, you can add that to Business Suite. It'll show you everything. It's a really powerful tool that I really like, especially because it's all done in one place. And then you can manage your billing, your page settings, all of that, along with your profiles. So that's under more tools. I was going to see real quick, because I believe we have some scheduled, so I can show you an example. So currently for our STEMCon event, you'll see that we have already pre-scheduled out all of our STEMCon posts. We're only on Facebook for STEM outreach. So STEM outreach is only Facebook, so we're only going to see Facebook. But all of them have been planned out, mainly because we have a countdown. So we wanted to make sure everything is there and ready to go. We don't have to worry about it. Once it's scheduled, you can forget it. You can also boost it. So I can say, you know what? All right, at 9 days. The one thing that I do want, we did talk about at one point, your ads. I did want to just do a quick little plug for Business Manager, only because Business Manager, again, is for our paid ads. And the only reason I sometimes recommend for your paid ads, not your boosted posts, your paid ads, using Business Manager is because you can create different campaigns within them. For example, I will use STEMCon 2020 or STEMCon 2022. The reason I like it is because you can create a campaign. So STEMCon 2022 is our campaign. I can create different ad sets within it. So I can say, I want a generic one. I want one of Bubba the Pig, who comes to every one of our events. I want one talking about robotics. And then, so I can have different ads linked to my ad set. And then Facebook can do its own algorithm and then figure out what's going to work best for our audience. So in that sense, I do really like Ad Manager. I recommend using a little bit of both Business Suite and Ad Manager. But again, it's all preference. So take it or leave it. It can be done via Meta Business Suite. I find that Business Manager is a little easier to use with paid advertisement. So that's really what I had. I really do want to open this up for discussion. And did anyone have any questions along the way or would like me to go through anything else?
This is Chris, there was a question in the chat early on, and they wanted to know if you would share the slides that you posted at the beginning.
Absolutely. I will go ahead and Chris, I will pass them along to you. And then if to get them out to everyone. Absolutely.
Terrific. That's great. Then I don't see other chat questions yet, but I did have a couple questions.
Sure.
One of the sections that you explained was the leads section. And could you just explain that a little bit more?
Sure. So on some of our ads, we have a form. And you can actually create your form on your instant forms for your advertising. And so we have a variety of forms that we use to recruit students. And so when they fill out this form, right now, they can be seen on Facebook, but right now they go into our marketing platform, which is Salesforce. And we're able to see the leads from Facebook there, contact them, see how we can get them enrolled and move them forward. If you go through Facebook, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to see all of the different leads that you've received. So right now we've received over 1,200 leads. If you click on it, you'll be able to see more of the information. So right now, all we ask for, and I'm going to scroll up a little so it doesn't show. So right now, all we ask for is their first name, their last name, their email, their phone number, and their date of birth. And then again, it's a secure form. It goes into our database where our admissions reps or our marketing assistant is able to call them and then find out what they're interested in College EduPage or how we can help them, and then hopefully move them along that journey of you're interested and then all the way through applied and you're taking classes.
Okay, great. Thank you. That makes more sense to me. Then one other question that I had, and please everyone, put your questions in the chat box and I'll read it, or Marie can read it, either way. But one other question I had was, you said, I think it was a boosted post potentially, that you could have it on Facebook, Instagram, or Messenger. And I have to say, I was just thinking back on my own use of Messenger, and where do those ads or posts show?
So Messenger is hard, and because you won't always see it. So sometimes, depending on what it is, Facebook, if someone uses Messenger a lot, sometimes your ad will post in Messenger, or if they're using the actual app Messenger, you'll see it. Especially if you go in Messenger and look at people's stories, it might pop up. Facebook is they keep you guessing. So they're always changing, especially with Messenger, where it's going. Instagram and Facebook the main pages are a little more easier to follow along. But a lot of the times it's when you're in the app, the stories, or it'll be above or below different conversations.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm not a very frequent user. So when I looked through mine, I didn't see anything, but that's probably
Mhm.
why. One other question I had,
Mhm.
you mentioned that your schedule section was
Mhm.
blank because and you mentioned a different tool, but I didn't
Yes.
catch the name of the tool.
It's called Sprout Social. So Sprout Social is really nice, especially if you're on a wide range of platforms. So right now, Sprout Social allows us to post to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter all on one platform, instead of going to Facebook and Instagram on one, logging into Twitter. Oh, and LinkedIn. Sorry, I forgot LinkedIn. So it allows us to post on all of those platforms. And so because of the mass amount that we post throughout the week and throughout the day, it's simpler for us to just use one platform overall instead of going to all the individual ones.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense.
Mhm.
I think those are my questions. So it is, I don't know, 7:17. Don't be quiet, everyone. Do you have any questions? Can you submit them via chat? I'm
And if
trying
you
to.
don't have any now and you start using it, by all means, please feel free to email me. I'm more than happy to help any way I possibly can. Email is probably the easiest way to reach me usually. I'm always checking my work email, so don't hesitate to reach out by any means.
Okay. Well, since we have you here, any other, not to put you on the spot, any other tips or advice, inspiration or organizational thoughts, what to do so you don't wake up in the middle of the night going, ah?
Really planning. It's all about planning when it comes to social media. We use Sprout Social to plan, we use Facebook to plan, then we have a Google Doc that so everyone can see what we're doing, especially when you have multiple people doing similar things. So I know when my colleague is going to post about certain things, I know when we're going to boost them, I know when we're going to do a paid ad. And it's very transparent. And I will say that definitely helps within an organization knowing, and it helps my boss also being able to go in if someone asks about an event or a program and say, oh, yep, this was posted this date, it's done, we boosted it for this amount. So that's definitely key. And then I think just remembering it's social media. Talk to them. You need to be posting constantly, no matter what, at least once or twice a week, to stay active and be engaging. Think about what you would want to read is probably the best advice when it comes to posting.
Okay, we've had a question pop up, and that is, do you have any advice for using Commerce Manager or another webinar for that module? Oh, like should we offer another webinar?
Yeah, unfortunately with Commerce, because we don't sell anything or have anything like that, I haven't used it too much. It gets a little trickier when money's involved. So I would definitely say definitely a webinar, or there are Facebook online groups that I'm sure cover it. Reach out and just make sure it makes sense for your business. And just, I would just say, just know everything there is to know before you start.
Before you have a financial situation on your hands.
Yes.
Right.
So.
Okay, well, thank you. The person who asked that question said, thank you. This has been very helpful. I will
Good.
ditto those comments. This was very good. Okay, I will give anyone in the audience 10 seconds. Type quickly. We need the background music for the game show.
The Jeopardy music. Yep.
Right. Okay. Well, it appears that no one's typing. So I will say again, thank you, Marie. This was terrific. Thank you for joining us, everyone, on this beautiful night. Now we're all free. It's still a little bit of sun here. So run outside quickly. As I mentioned, this will be posted on we have a link to YouTube on our homepage, but I'll also email the link and I can send out Marie's slides at the same time. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, just call us at the reference desk and I can reach out to Marie or we'll try and answer your question some other way. Okay. So again, thank you. And everyone have a good night. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.